Okay, today I'm going to change out my engine coolant sensor temperature, and that's right there. You just squeeze this back tab and it comes off, and that's going to I believe that is a 19 millimeter. So you just use a socket of that. Right now what I'm doing, I'm just draining my radiator fluid so I won't have so much spilling out of there. You can see the upper radiator hose here. So that's going to be higher than that. And then we got that lower radiator hose. Well, it's not really lower. It does come out of the bottom of the radiator, but it's almost in line. Let's see, it goes right back here. It's almost in line with that. So at first I was just going to squeeze my tubes and push the excess inside the overflow here, but I couldn't get enough out. So what I did just now is I put a bucket down there, and you can't see it, but I can just reach in with my hand, and at the bottom of the radiator there's just a little wing nut, plastic wing nut. I was a little bit worried it was going to break off. It's kind of too hard to show you, but just trust me, it's down there. You can just reach down there, feel it, maybe get a little mirror. You can climb in underneath your car over here and kind of see it, and all I did is put a little plastic bucket down there to catch it. So just waiting for that radiator fluid to drain out there. Not going to drain it all, just enough to or hopefully it gets below this point here, and it might be there. Let's see. What I'm doing now is I'm squeezing the hoses, the bottom hose here, see if I can push a little bit more fluid out of there. Okay, at this point I just took my socket, put it on there. I just need a deep weld socket, and I just broke it loose, and there you can see you can turn there. Put a rag there in case any fluid is going to spill out. Anyhow, all I'm going to do is take this off and put the new one in, and I'll show you that. Okay, so it's a good thing I put that rag there, because when I took that out I thought I'd drain enough fluid, but apparently I didn't, because like fluid came gushing out of that thing. So I repositioned my bucket underneath there to catch it. Actually the rag acted like a ramp, so it all funneled to one spot, and I just put the other one in real quick. And so I'm gonna dry that off, and then probably when I get done I'll hose down the engine a little bit to get coolant off the components. So just give you a heads up, you're gonna get a lot of fluid coming out of there. I mean, it was coming out bad. Anyhow, so I'll pick this up here in a second. Unfortunately I can't find my 19 millimeter deep socket 3/8 drive setup, so I have to use a 1/2 inch, which is like way overkill on this, but I just want to show you. You want to torque this, and on mine it's a 13 foot-pounds, and this is for D16Y7. You need to look up the torque specs for your particular engine, and that's very little torque, so it's important not to over tighten it. A lot of people are putting like Loctite and rubber gasket sealant and Teflon tape and stuff like that. That's all used on the other sensor. This sensor actually sends a temperature to the ECU, and I think that it's on the, that's right back here, I think is the other one. And this one, that one's used to actually control your temperature gauge, which kind of doesn't do anything. That's the one that takes all that Loctite and all that nonsense. But anyways, just want to make sure you torque that on. And again, it's very low, so don't reef that in there too tight. Okay, because I got that fluid all over, I wiped it off as best I could with a paper towel. And then I just took some contact cleaner. Should get some, using the CRC stuff here. Anyways, just sprayed it in here, and then since I was cleaning, I figured I might as well clean this end too. So I'm just waiting for that to evaporate there, and then I'll put that back together. And then after that, I need to close that valve on the bottom there, and then I'm going to put the radiator fluid back in. Probably have to add a little bit, top it off because I lost a little bit. And then I'll finish up by just running some hose water in here to clean off any excess radiator fluid that spilled. Okay, what I did now is I hooked up a connector again, then went in and turned on the heater, turn it up on high. You don't need the fan going, you just need the heater turned up, and put some fluid in there, And I like to squeeze these hoses a little bit. There, see it sucks some in. See how that goes. I got already have some overflow in my overflow container. On this thing you got a minimum and a maximum, and I should be I think I see it there, it's just below the maximum. So hopefully this is just going to take a little while. Basically going to heat it up. Eventually the valves will all open up and stuff, and when I quit seeing bubbles out of here, then I'll know, oops, see there's a little burp. Get all the air out of it. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing now. Another bubble. Okay, just finishing up here. Put my radiator cap back on. I really wanted to run it till my fan kicked on. It's like really close, but I just need to back it up, hose it off, and then I need to get a new radiator cap anyways. There's no some little ring came off in there, so time for a new one of those. And also, the only other thing I did is I stuck a scanner tool that I have in the ODB2 connector, and I cleared the check engine light for that sensor. And so by the time I get back to the store, if everything's good, that check engine light should stay off. Anyway, so that's about it.